So how do you respond when your car won't start and you're running late? And you gotta be here for Coffee with Ken. That's what we're going to dive in today with some really good topics. We really want, Ken Brown is going to bring the fire today, because we had a call with him on Monday, and I'm like, and so many people said we want to hear Ken Brown each week doing that. So I'm going to try to get him to bring the fire today. Welcome with Coffee with Ken. We are so glad to have you. And we're here with Ken Brown, CEO here at
Good
Destiny
morning.
Global, who brings the fire. And we're here with Butch McCracken, General Manager here at Destiny Global. And I am Dr. April Brown. I am coach and coach trainer here at Destiny Global. We're so glad to have you. And we're talking today, really, like, we have a theme every month, and this theme is to talk about the law of teachability, and what that means to be teachable. And sometimes being teachable means that you have to be a little flexible with what's going on when your car won't start, and you have to figure out, like, really fast, like, what do you do in that situation? How do you respond? And so I had a little bit of that today. And
how did you resolve that?
I call him.
Did you hear that? So my teachability was that right now I cannot move very much because my collar will start sagging. So I can't move a lot, and I'm going to be very teachable through this Coffee with Ken.
It's actually still not quite.
See, being teachable.
Now don't
do what you need to do to accomplish the goal.
Yes. Yes. And something that you talked about on Monday, on the Monday call, which is basically where we've been going through this for 15 weeks now.
The biggest transformation.
Biggest transformation. He's lost over 60 pounds. I've lost over 25 pounds. And we have been on this journey of really transforming our bodies, minds, our whole mindset.
Lifestyle.
And yeah.
So awesome.
And really something that we wanted to do for a very long time. But really kind of, quite frankly, we just haven't had the motivation. We probably haven't been very teachable. And I believe that when the student is ready, the teacher comes. Like, I mean,
you told me this before.
It was at a point of hearing other people and their testimonies of what their transformation was, and it just, there was a point that we wanted last year that we finally decided we have to get.
Yes.
We're at that point, we're at the age, we have to get serious.
Well, it was this time last year that we were both very sick and couldn't even walk up the hill at the house. We would walk down every night. We would take Windsor and sometimes Maggie for a walk to our gate, which was, about 500 yards. Make it down there and then come back. And at this time last year, because of everything going on, we were so sick that coming up the hill, I would run out of breath. And we knew that we needed to do something, and it was health. It was a decision. But you might want to pick up your sign right now, because what happens is when you don't take care of yourself, your dream will vanish. But actually what a dream says, it's a wish or desire that comes from the soul. But dreams don't just come true like they do on a Disney show by all of a sudden magic or kissing a frog. And all of a sudden it happens. It actually happens, just like I shared the other night on Monday, is dreams don't work unless you do. You've got to get busy, okay? Following instructions. Why did this plan work for us? And so many others that Coach Carmen has taken people through, and several other coaches that do very similar things that Carmen does. You have to follow instruction or you won't get the result. It's like going to the kitchen and baking a cake and deciding you're going to use your own instructions. Oh, that's nice, but I'm not going to do that. You start putting everything in, then
Substitution.
all of it. Yeah. And I may or may not have done this before. and end up with a waterlogged birthday cake for one of April's friends that we laughed hysterically because it was like a sponge. It was horrible. But I put frosting because it started sinking, so I put so much frosting over it so that you couldn't tell that it wasn't level, Butch, until she ate it. And then it's like, yeah, that cake was not so good. You've got to follow instruction.
How many times do you go to do the cake and you want to adjust it and you've never made a cake before? Yet you're going to adjust it and you've never done it.
You're not even an expert in
You have no stack, but so often, Butch, we're taking counsel or we're listening from someone that has not proven themselves to have done that before. And it's very dangerous because you can end up in the ditch very quickly and I wasn't sure about that. This is a good idea, right? As I tell people, quite frequently, opinions are like feet. Most people have a couple and they usually stink. So that was a Ross Perot statement when we would come in and he knew something was going to work and you were trying to ad lib and add to. Like, no, that's not how we're going to do it, right? There's one commander of this submarine and it ain't you. Follow directions. And when you are teaching other people, make sure that you make it in a step-by-step manner. It's one thing that we do really well at Destiny Global is break it down step by step so you can follow instructions. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4.
Yeah, in a proven formula, it's not even on debate whether it works or not because it's 100. What we're going through, 100% results. Like that is what the record is. Yeah. And so it's not up for debate. You follow the directions and she says it's her way or the highway. And sometimes you think, oh my gosh, that sounds like pretty harsh. But we just watched like even her first episode of the people who are just coming in the new season. It's like crazy. They're all saying like that's what they looked at and they said, okay, I don't get any wiggle room in this. I have a plan that I follow, and I know that if I follow this plan, I will get results.
Right.
It's super powerful.
It is so true.
And people are tired of that, of like signing up for things, trying all of the fad diets, trying all of the fad things, and it not working.
Can you imagine trying a fad thing to get you out of debt and it doesn't work? And it gets you more in debt? Or another proven plan to get you rich in 30 days. Shut up. Stop. It doesn't work. Don't buy into the hype. And we have people in the community that occasionally chase things, right? The bright, shiny objects. They end up coming back about a year later going, oh, that didn't work so good. Right? Stick to it. Wealth is built slowly over time, says God, our creator. I think he might know something. Follow instructions. Work diligently. Apply rules to your life that build wealth in your life, that help you accomplish your dreams, which is a desire of your soul.
Yeah. And that's so good. It's so important to remember. And which was talking about this too, about like even running a marathon or anything that you do, whether it's business, whether it's paying off debt, whether it's planning for a marathon and you wanted to do your own plan.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you did.
Well, I was a little plump at the time.
A little plump.
Or husky.
Fluffy, husky, burly. Those are all words.
And actually coming out of my first dynasty, when I got rid of, certain things in my life that meant nothing and time sucked, and thought, what am I going to do? So whatever reason, I thought I'm going to run a marathon. And I was in no physical shape, worst shape of my life. And I got a coach. He mapped out a plan, would draw it out, very detailed, how many miles, at what pace, do this. And there were times through the training that I wanted to adjust it because I just didn't feel like doing that much. And I've worked so hard already. This won't matter, this little tweak. And I heard the voice in my head that said, shut up and follow direction. That's literally what I heard. And I heard, what is your stack compared to his? He's run 50 marathons. You've run nothing and just got off the couch. Okay? So where's your stack? You don't have one. So shut up and follow direction. And what did I do? I completed that day's training because I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
There's no way around that unless I don't want to hit a goal or it's not that important to me. So
Yeah.
I think it's important that you understand whether it's my way or the highway, or plus it's
So
honoring.
It
Right?
is.
You need to honor those people that are taking the time. Whether they're compensated or not is irrelevant. It's all about honoring the person that wants to help you.
They find
Achieve.
results. They have a system. You follow the system, and you will get those results as
Yeah.
well.
Amen.
So it's really good. We also have a system, and the thing is that we do have an event coming up in November, and it is for those who have already graduated from our first
Events, which are, yes,
our
first steps to
first training
success.
that is first steps to success, and then we have our next level training, which is creating a dynasty. So if you have been to a first step to success, I promise you want to take it and level it up to the next level for creating a dynasty, just like you were talking about. You came out of there and you learned a new skill set for how to take your dreams and set your goals to that dream. And to,
This happens only once a year.
yes.
And it's for a reason, because it is exhaustive even for us trainers. It is deep. It is not kindergarten level. It is, you're going to jump into master's and doctoral level, how to work through conflict, how to really prepare yourself for your future wealth. Toby Mathis is going to be there with us. We're also going to do movie night. We're going to have a fun movie night. Not where you're going to get quizzed like used to be in Lights. We're actually going to sit and enjoy. For those of you who can have popcorn, I cannot, but I love popcorn. Would eat the whole bucket of it.
It doesn't align with your goals of living.
That's true. That would kind of kill
Just
me.
shut up and follow direction.
Shut up and follow directions. Very true. So, but for all of you, you can have all the popcorn you want, but it's going to be
It's gonna be fun.
absolutely, that's right.
It's so powerful. This training is so powerful. It's one of the most powerful, and I have been through so many trainings. Being a counselor for 21
gosh.
years and all the trainings I had to go to. This is such a powerful training. It is one of the most powerful trainings I have ever gone through. It has helped me to scale my business. It has helped me to understand my children, my marriage better. It is an amazing, and it's only once a year. You do not want to miss it. So,
And guess who's going to be doing spiritual equipping at this event?
you're like making this announcement right now. Yes.
Dr. April Brown is going to be doing spiritual equipping, and you do not want to miss this power-packed woman. Man, when she gets going, it starts a-flowing. So you better get your tickets now. We have a place for you at the hotel. By the way, the hotel we stayed out was
San Antonio.
phenomenal.
Yes, we love
Phenomenal.
the hotel, the service, the people, the facility. It's amazing.
Shuttles,
So
yeah.
definitely want to come San Antonio. The information is below, and be sure that you tune in with us every single week, because he's going to start bringing the fire. Okay,
Caliente.
we're going to get him.
Ooh.
So we want to see y'all next week. Like, share, do all the things, tag your friends, so that they can know every week that they can get these little tidbits just to get you through the week. So we're so
And I know
glad
they're going
you
to be
joined us.
here
Yeah.
because you're teachable. I'll see you
Yes.
next week at Coffee with Ken.
Yay. See you later. Thanks for joining. Bye.